3, 2, 1, jump. Hello, I'm Shosh and welcome back to another Space Engineers test videos. Today I'm looking again for turrets, but this time we're looking for small turrets. So small turrets for big ships, like imagine you're building a Corvette class or something like that. So not a big ship, not like a big dreadnought or capital ship, but something much smaller. And you're looking for some weapon for it. And of course you can't use all the fancy and powerful big weapons because they're just way too big. So this time we're testing out like more of this kind of small turrets you have here, and we're testing them out on these targets. So we will test every weapon 2 times for 10 seconds. One time here with light armor and one time with heavy armor. Behind that I put 3 reactors. You can see one directly on the armor, then one with 1 block free, and then with 2 blocks of space. And of course there are some weapons I also put, like Gatling guns and some of this stuff, because you always need them for point defense against like small ships or fighters coming to you, or as anti-missiles. So anyway, let's test this out. We will first test out the vanilla weapon. Okay, I take my phone, so now I can take the time. So let's start off with vanilla rocket launcher. I will shoot for 10 seconds. Oh, this is the wrong one. Here, I will first shoot on the light armor. So let's go. We're looking the damage in 10 seconds and stop. Alright, then let's go with heavy armor. And that's all. Let me go with third perspective camera. So as you can see here, the light armor, the 2 reactors get damaged, and with the heavy armor, the funny thing, the one more behind, so with 3 blocks space, 2 blocks space, sorry, is damaged, but not the one directly on the armor. Okay, and here the hull is still complete, and here you have a big hole. Then let's go and see if there's any difference with a stationary rocket launcher. And I don't know which one will shoot, but let's see and go. I think this one is much more powerful because it's shooting much faster. And stop. And then let's go with the heavy armor and go. And stop. Let's see here. Okay, this is funny. Here on the light armor, the block is, yeah, it went through, it damaged just 1 block here in the middle and destroyed, of course, the reactor behind. And here on the heavy armor, it went, no, it didn't destroy the armor, but the reactor behind still get destroyed, and the other one get damaged too. Then just to let's see the damage of the Gatling gun. Okay, let me control this, and 10 seconds. I don't know if this goes even through. Yeah, it goes through. and stop. But I'm sure it don't go through the heavy armor. And go. And that's all. Let's see here. So yeah, it goes through the light armor and damage the first reactor, but it don't go through the heavy armor. But I think that's pretty normal because it's just a Gatling gun. So now let's move here. So all these weapons here now are from different mods. I will link all the mods in the description with the number. Like here I start with this, so this will be number 1, then 2, 3, 4 with all the different mods. I just used mods that I think are not too OP or not too powerful, but we will see with these small turrets. So maybe some one of them are too powerful, I don't know, we will see. So let's move on. So this here is the first turret. It is a dual light cannon turret. Then let's see in 10 seconds light armor. And stop. Then let's go for the heavy armor. And I like the sound effects. They're really nice. And that's all. Let's have a look. So this is funny. Okay, maybe because this were not like 10 seconds, I think it was just 1 second less. But still, it didn't manage to destroy the reactor behind the light armor, but it destroyed the reactor behind the heavy armor. And also it didn't make too much damage to the light armor. That's strange. Okay, let's move on. So this here are now the dual plasma cannons. This is from the same mod. Let's shoot first this one first and go. I like the sound effects of them too. I think the sound effects of the entire mod are really cool. And that's all. Now heavy armor. Oh yeah, you can already see it went through the light armor and also through the heavy armor, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, it went through the light armor and destroyed the reactor, but it didn't destroy completely the reactor behind the heavy armor. But it made a lot of damage to the heavy armor. I would say it's almost the same damage to heavy armor than to light armor. Okay, let's move on. Yep. So here we have the autocannon turret. So this is more of a Gatling gun. So you would use this more to fight against small ships or for anti-missile. So let's see if it makes some damage. It's making a lot of damage. And that's all. Let's go with the heavy armor. Yeah, here it's making less damage. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it didn't destroy the reactor behind the light armor, and it didn't even damage the reactor behind the heavy armor. But still, I would say for like a Gatling turret, this is pretty good. Okay, let's move on. So here we have the torpedo, the small torpedo launcher, and I really like the look of those. Also because the missiles really fly off. But I think it's take really long to reload this one, so let's see. So it fires 2 missiles and then it's reload really long time. But it makes quite a lot of damage to, at least to light armor. Let's see. To heavy armor, it don't make almost, I think, no damage. Yeah. So okay, these turrets are really impressive against light armor. I guess because they have such a big explosion range. But they don't make too much damage. So they destroy a lot of blocks if they are light armor blocks, but they don't make too much damage to every block. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is a flag cannon, the small flag turret. Yeah. So this is also, it's more for to defend yourself from small ships or from missiles. I really don't like the camera on this. Yeah, you can see it shooting around. The bullets are going everywhere. And that's all. Let me shoot on the heavy armor. And that's all. So it don't damage the reactor, not even behind the light armor, and of course also not behind the heavy armor, but it made quite a lot of damage to all blocks. That's because the spread is so high, the bullets are just going everywhere. So it's hard to get a small target, but it's really effective against big targets. So you can just damage their entire hull. It's crazy. I really love also the sound and the effects what they make. Let's go on to the next one. So the next one also is just a defense turret, a Gatling turret. And go. And 4 more seconds. I think this don't make too much damage. No. Let's see against heavy armor. I think that will make nothing. You can see the reactor on the light armor there on the right side, but it didn't damage it. Just destroyed the block. So let's see. Yeah. So it destroyed the block of light armor, but didn't damage the reactor behind in 10 seconds. Next one are this one, the 30mm Arden. Also these are Gatlings, but they're a little bit more heavy. Oh no, they're not. They are even lighter. There was one heavy, I don't remember which one it is. Okay, that's all. Let's switch for heavy armor. And that's all. Let's have a look. So they managed to destroy, yeah, the reactor behind the light armor and also behind the heavy armor. That's quite impressive on Gatling gun. But of course they don't make too much damage, they normally just make damage to one single block and that's all. Because they don't make explosion damage. Let's go on. Here we have the M61 Vulcan Gatling gun. Oh, the spread of this is incredible. And that's all. Let's see, heavy armor. And that's all. Okay, so it went through the light armor, but didn't take out the reactor, and it didn't damage the reactor behind the heavy armor shield. Next one is the famous Bofors. So these are like, this is a rocket launcher turret, and this one is a little bit OP. At first it don't seem to make too much damage, but the explosion range is really big, so everything behind will get destroyed. That's all. Like, what's behind this heavy armor normally, even if it don't go through the heavy armor, it damage everything what is behind. So this is kind of strong, maybe a little bit overpowered, yeah, as you can see. So behind the light armor, it completely took out everything. They're not completely destroyed, but they're heavily damaged. And behind the heavy armor, it completely destroyed the first and the second one. The only one is the one with two blocks of free place between the armor and the reactor, because of the explosion range of the missiles. So it's really strong, maybe a little bit OP, but I will see how the others turn out. So here all these were like more the smaller ones. Now we're going to a little bit bigger ones. So here we have the first one. Wait, let me see. This is 122 assault gun turret. And fire. I don't know if this fires. Ah yeah, it fires more than one time. And stop. Then let's go with the heavy armor in the middle. Two more seconds, and that's all. Okay, so it completely destroyed the reactor behind the light armor, but just damaged the one behind the heavy armor. Let's move on. So here we have the torpedo launcher. This one is not a turret, but I wanted to see how much, if this make much more damage than the normal rocket launcher, and how's the reload time and everything. So it fires one time. I don't think it will fire two times in 10 seconds. No. Okay, then let's fire the one. Let's have a look. I really like the effect of the torpedoes flying. So it make pretty much damage to light armor for just one torpedo hitting. And it destroyed the first reactor and damaged the second one. But it don't make too much damage against heavy armor. That's a little bit sad because I really like these torpedo launchers. Okay, the last one of like this kind of turrets. And then we have like the big guns. You can have like, I think this is the like bigger is impossible, because then it would just be ridiculous for the size of the ship. Of course there are bigger weapons, but if you want to build a Corvette ship or something like this, you don't have the place for these two big weapons. So let's fire with this. So this is the same weapon as the first one we used, just a little bit bigger. I also, some of these turrets, I already featured them in my other turret weapon test. But there I looked more for like big turrets and this kind of stuff, so I wanted to make a new video just about small turrets. Like not small turrets, but for smaller ships. So this destroyed completely the one and second reactor is damaged behind the light armor, and it destroyed the reactor behind the heavy armor. is okay. It is not the best because these turrets are already bigger, but it is okay. So let's move on. So these, yeah, are the bigger turrets. I think the one there, the last one, is the biggest size you can have. Of course, you can put an even bigger weapon if you want, but everyone have to make their own choices. So let's try with this one. Okay, this is really strong. And it even shoots 2 times in 10 seconds. Okay. Let's see with the heavy armor. Okay, this already shot once. I don't know. I think maybe something flied by. Okay, we will give it an extra shot just because one shot was missing. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, this is pretty strong. So the light armor got completely destroyed, everything. And behind the heavy armor, almost everything got destroyed. Just the last reactor survived. Ah yeah, and this here is the dual plasma cannon, and this one on this side was the dual large ship cannon. So here we have the next one, the medium dual blaster turret. Let's go with the light armor and fire. Okay, this is pretty strong too. Let's see if heavy armor can stop this cannon. And fire. Yeah, heavy armor definitely can stop it. That's all. Let's have a look. So this one too, the light armor got completely destroyed, and the heavy armor, it's, I would say, almost the same than here. Yeah, maybe the hole is a little bit smaller. Let's move on. So here we have this 230mm battle cannon turret. First start with light armor. Ooh, this makes a lot of damage. I don't know if it can reload, yeah. And oh, let me test first the heavy armor. And let's go. And that's all. So it completely ripped off the light armor behind this with, I think, already the first shot, but it didn't even damage the first reactor behind the heavy armor. So it's a pretty good cannon against light armor, but against heavy armor it's pretty shit. Also because this now are the biggest turrets you can have for your small, not small ship, but like a Corvette style ship. So I think you will, of course you will fight a lot of light armor ships like fighters and stuff, but you also have to engage bigger ships or frigates or something like this with heavy arm. So I think this is not the best choice. So let's go with the last one. These here are the 3x300mm autocannons. And now we have the problem, I think they already shot one time, so I will give them an extra shot anyway. Oh no, they didn't shot. Okay, I think... No, they don't reload in time. Okay, against light armor it's pretty impressive. Let's see against heavy armor. So yeah, this will not make it in time. It's really close, but it's not. So let's have a look here behind. Again, This one too. Pretty strong against light armor, but not really effective against heavy armor. Hi, I'm back. Sorry, my registration just stopped. So I was saying that these cannons here are much bigger, and even if the vanilla weapons normally don't deal too much damage to heavy armor, I think that even if these weapons are not one, they're so big that they use so much place that they should really destroy also heavy armor, as some of these other turrets do. Like, I think this damage here is completely okay. It's completely fine for a turret this big. Let me look at all the turrets and then we'll say which, in my opinion, of course it's just my opinion, are the best turrets you can have. Okay, so I looked at every weapon again and the damage they all made. And before I say which one are, in my opinion, the best one to use, I want to look at this. This is the 30mm Arden. It's a Gatling, and this is the only weapon what went out of competition because I think it is too strong for a Gatling gun. It made too much damage. It makes too much damage. So this is the only weapon I would say was too OP from all these turrets and mods. So let's first start off with Gatling guns. If you want some, I would recommend to use this autocannon turret, or here the M61 Vulcan turret. So these are pretty good. Of course they don't go through heavy armor, but they can still damage it, and in 10 seconds they will destroy something behind light armor. So they are also better than the vanilla weapon, than the vanilla Gatling gun. Okay, so my registration just stopped again. So here, as you can see, we have both vanilla turrets. Not turrets, but weapons. So the rocket launcher is pretty impressive, strong, I think. If you have more of them, like 4 or 6 in front of your ship, and you could really hurt even a heavy armor ship. Also, the rocket launcher turret, it doesn't fire too much, so the firing rate is not too high, but still can damage light armor and heavy armor. So if you just want to build vanilla, I would recommend to use them both and not use too much of the Gatling guns. Then we have here to start on, we have the dual light cannon. As small turrets, they're pretty impressive. They go through light armor and damage a little bit through heavy armor. Then we have the dual 60mm plasma cannon. They're pretty much the same, I would say. The only difference is that the light cannon just don't have such a high fire rate. So if you miss the target, you make much less damage than with the dual plasma cannon, because if you miss here one shot, it doesn't make so much difference. It's more the fire rate of this cannon what makes all the damage. Then here we have the flag turret. Of course it don't make too much damage, but I think as a flag turret for your Corvette ship it is quite impressive, so as you can defend yourself from incoming missiles or torpedoes or small fighters. And then here in the last one I have the Bofors. Quite a lot of people say that they're P, but I'm still taking them in my weapon collection because they make a lot of damage, yes, but this is only because of the explosion range they have. So they can damage stuff behind heavy armor plates, but they don't break completely through. So if you are a heavy armored frigate or Corvette or anything, maybe something inside will be destroyed if you're getting hit by a Bofors, but still your hull is not breached, so you can still repair everything behind. You will still have oxygen behind. So for me, they're still not OP. They are strong, but not OP. Then for like middle turret class, I have only this one, the dual large ship cannon. The other ones just didn't make enough damage, I think. Then we have for big turrets only this one, the dual plasma cannon and the medium dual blaster turret. Because the other ones, this and also this one, don't make enough damage to heavy armor. They make quite a lot of damage to light armor, so if you know you're going to fight just like light armor ship, they are pretty good. They make a lot of damage. They make have a big explosion range. But you never know what you're gonna fight. And they're so big and make like just one. They don't even destroy one block of heavy armor in 10 seconds. So that is a little bit too powerless. It's too weak. Yeah. Anyway, so these are the winners. If you want to build some Corvette ship style, some frigate, and you don't have too much place for the big cannons, I would recommend to use this. But this is just my opinion. So, and I know there are lots of other weapons mob, but these are the one most frequently used. So I took just weapons out of them. And anyway, I don't know if you saw, there behind is the ship I'm building in this moment. It's a big capital ship, dreadnought class like. And if you're interested in simulate maybe more like ship reviews or something, just write in the comment and I will make some ship reviews, not only mine but maybe also from the Steam workshop. So leave a like and subscribe to see more Space Engineers test, but not only. I'm waiting for Star Wars Battlefront to come out, and then I will of course upload a lot of videos also of Star Wars. See you.